What's up guys, I'm Zach and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be checking out New Balance's latest release, which is the 1906D, which is a distressed sort of take on the 1906. Very similar to the 2002 R range, in which they brought out the protection pack, which had that distressed upper. First of all, I just want to mention that the quality is taking a little bit of a dip on this video because I don't have the typical lighting setup that I usually do have. And that is because we're moving into a filming studio, which is quite exciting. However, during this transition phase, we might have a little bit of a lower quality content, at least in terms of the lighting. Of course, you've still got me, which is the main character, the main protagonist. So I will still be here regardless until we get into that new filming studio. But I just want to thank you guys for sticking around and still watching the content, regardless of this sort of transition phase. Now, getting back straight into the silhouette, the 1906D has soon become my favorite sneaker in my rotation. And when I say that, I don't mean it's just gone into my sneaker rotation and been something that I've been wearing here and there. I've honestly been wearing these every single day. Now that is because I just love the color scheme used throughout this model. Now personally, I do pick up a lot of silhouettes on this channel, and majority of the time I end up sending them back, and that reason is because I just sort of pick up these silhouettes just to give you guys a review, an insight, a look at each item which I personally think is interesting or sort of trending at the time. But yes, majority of the time they do get sent back. However, these have been in my rotation for the week or two now, and I am loving every single second of it. As you can see by the bottom of the silhouette, which is definitely apparent by the bottom of this silhouette, these guys have been worn on the daily and I have no regrets about it. At the end of the day, sneakers are meant to be worn, so regardless of if it is a white sneaker, wear your sneakers. But getting into some of the features and sort of details of the silhouette, which ideally made me want to keep it and wear it every single day, is the fact that you've got a different type of tone of white throughout. It has a very sort of light gray, almost white in some areas, and then you have a pure white, and of course you've also got that cream midsole, which sort of breaks up the contrast of the pure white colorway. Now personally, I wasn't too sure how I would like the distressed variation of this 1906, and that is because I was a huge fan of the 2002 R range, especially the protection pack. And personally, I think that silhouette looks better. However, I have come around to actually like this silhouette a lot more. And right now, I might even like it more than the 2002R, as it has been in my rotation a lot more than the 2002R pairs that I do own. And I think with a lot of people right now, we've sort of moved out of the sneakers which sort of look cool but are uncomfortable into this sort of phase of dad shoes or running type sneakers, which still look really sick, but also are very comfortable. Now this pair is no exception by any means. This is a super comfortable model, and I do definitely love getting that sort of silhouette which looks sick and feels great on feet, as I've worn these for hours on end and I've had no problems with discomfort whatsoever, in comparison to sort of wearing a Jordan 1 or a Dunk for hours on end, which by the end of it your feet are bleeding, uncomfortable, and you want to get these sneakers off. But at the end of the day, wearing these pairs, I don't even notice that I was wearing them that much. They're very comfortable, very cushioned, and that New Balance sole is definitely very durable and very cushioned, so you guys don't have to worry whatsoever about comfort. Now getting into the quality, I thought the quality was immaculate on this pair. For me, in Australia, it cost me around 260 AUD, which was, personally, I think is a decent price for a pair of shoes, especially right now with this sort of economic state we're in. But getting a little bit more in depth to the materials, you have got that white sort of premium leather throughout. And underneath that white leather, you have got that very low head grey suede, which personally online I thought was leather. However, getting in hand, it does have a very light hair suede, which I personally think is great to sort of break up the leather contrast and have that little bit of difference in material and texture. And of course, you go right down to the mesh, which is very high quality. This isn't going to rip very quickly by any means whatsoever. It's very durable and very cushioned to the T. Of course, getting to the bottom of the sole, you have got a very cushioned and comfortable sole, which, as I said previously, you can wear all day without getting much discomfort. And right down to the back of the silhouette, you have sort of got this locked in cage type area. I don't know how to really describe it, but it definitely means that you have a little bit more stability on your heel area, which personally I do enjoy, as I have worn these to the gym here or there. And not that I'm really training in these silhouette, it's good to have that sort of support when I definitely do need it. However, it is good to have that little bit of extra stability for when you need it in the ankle region. Now, this is definitely my favorite pickup from New Balance in a long time. And guys, if you are looking at picking up a pair, I would recommend grabbing one now. They haven't sold out and they're still available in a few sites, which is very interesting to me because honestly, I thought this would be a model that sells very quickly. However, I guess looking from an outsider perspective, when I first picked up this pair, I wasn't overly enthralled, overly enthusiastic about wearing them. I just thought they sort of looked cool and would be good for a video. So I would definitely recommend at least going into a store and trying them on, as I'm sure you will not be disappointed. Regardless guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, feel free to drop a like down below. Comment your thoughts on this silhouette. What do you think about it? And personally, what type of pants are you guys wearing with these sort of New Balance silhouettes? That was something I'm very curious to know and find out. For me, I definitely like a wider silhouette, especially maybe some cargos. However, you did see me wearing a oversized sort of black pant with this silhouette, which I personally think looks very sick. And of course, you just have that contrast with me just wearing with shorts. And if you do want to see more content from me, Zach, in the future, if you want to be along for the journey to see the new studio, the new quality content on our way to 1,000 subscribers, feel free to subscribe down below. I would much appreciate it. Regardless, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video and I hope to see you in the next one. See ya.